Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Uh, really nervous about today's video. Now, I'm excited, but I've made my Bourbon County thoughts known, especially 2024's releases. So they just posted the 2025 releases. So this is my live reaction. If I'm doing this right, you'll be able to see me and as I find out about the beers, this year's lineup. So, yeah, the base is in 4 packs or 10-ounce bottles. I support that. I love that. Um, um, I saw some people were like, why not 12? Like, it's better than the 16.9, in my opinion. You know, higher ABV, smaller format is my go-to. So I love that. So that made me happy. So we're starting off on a positive. I'm realizing that Black Friday is my wedding anniversary this year, 10th anniversary. So more excitement for that day. All right, let's see what the lineup is. So if I'm doing this right, I'm still on the screen, but I'm able to scroll down. Props to Forbes for posting this at 10 a.m. I'm literally recording this at 10:09, and it's recorded at 10. So I'm recording it Tuesday, releasing it Wednesday. All right, let's get into it. Nothing interesting there. I could read all that stuff. All right, here we go. All right, so I did see the word cherries, but I want to go in order. So yeah, the original Bourbon County was brewed to celebrate Goose Island's 1,000th batch of beer in 1991. The 2025 edition of this beer is aged for an average of 12 months in a mix of bourbon barrels from Buffalo Trace, Heaven Hill, Four Roses, and Wild Turkey. I think that's the same lineup it's been. I don't think there's anything new there. So again, I'm happy about the format. That's got me excited. All right, so Bourbon County brand Cherries Jubilee Stout. Everyone, I shouldn't say everyone, most people who watch my reviews of Bourbon County beers, at least, follow me on Instagram. However, they know what I'm looking for. Coffee stout, barley wine without any adjuncts, just barley wine. I would gladly take the wheat wine. Those beers were awesome. Like you tease these amazing beers and then you haven't brought them back. But anyways, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not upset when I see the word cherries. I think cherry makes a lot of sense in a stout, so I'm not unhappy about this. All right, inspired by the flambéed dessert, this variation captures the essence of cognac-soaked cherries and caramelized citrus. The beer was finished in cognac barrels before being blended with Montmorency cherries, Citra, and Panella. I like the cognac barrels. I like this one. Sounds good to me. I will say I will put this in the I'm excited for this one column. Can't imagine what the price is going to be. They have multiple adjuncts, different kind of barrel, and it's saying finish in cognac barrels, which makes me think it probably is Bourbon County. It's actually bourbon, then double barreled in the cognac. Try to not look ahead. 2025 Bourbon County brand chocolate praline stout. I mean, good Bourbon County is inherently chocolatey, in my opinion. So adding more chocolate, I'm a fan of. I love that orange chocolate, though. Was at the Orange Midnight? Adding cacao nibs and stuff. Big fan of that. Praline, I'm indifferent to. If it adds nuttiness to it, that's cool. If it doesn't really come through at all, I'm also cool with that. This variant draws on toasted marzipan. I would be in favor if that's true. And dried fruit flavors of original stout. Additional blend of cocoa nibs. Yep, so I'm here for that. Oh wow, hazelnuts, almonds, cashews, and dates. So that has more going on than I thought it would. Okay. This variant showcases flavors of chocolate praline. Yeah, hence the name. That makes sense. All right, I will add that to my excited column. I'm more excited for that than the cherry one. I think just again because that chocolate. I know I'm the vanilla police, but I'm all here for chocolate. It's actually my preferred dessert flavor. Brand double barrel stout. Okay, 3 for 3. Well, 4 for 4 if you count the base. The double barrel variant of Bourbon County Stout is a collaboration with Heaven Hill Distillery. The beer enjoys additional aging in Heaven Hill bottled and bond bourbon barrels. This bourbon was aged for 7 years before the barrels were used by Goose Island, elevating the bourbon elements of the beer. Yeah, I'm excited for that. That one will probably be really expensive. That does sound good. Obviously, no coffee, barley wine, or wheat wine yet, but I do like the sound of these. Bourbon County brand Reserve Stout. This variant of Bourbon County Stout enjoyed 2 years of aging in cask from Parker's Heritage Collection whiskey, a 10-year straight rye whiskey. Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be another expensive year. Um, that sounds good. I mean, rye whiskey, I love that little spiciness that rye kicks out oftentimes. So I do like the sound of that. The different barrels have been super fun. These ads are ridiculous. Um, so I like that. I'm realizing the next one's probably the last one. It's prop, so we're probably not getting a coffee, a barley wine, or a wheat wine. Unless you do that like barley wine with adjuncts again. But anyway, stick to the reserve for now. It's a weird. I know. I guess this is a reaction. I'm not used to doing reaction videos. Oh my god! Right? Like that's how I should be. This is nuts. Whoa! They'll never financially recover from this. No. Um, uh, I'm reacting to the one in front of me. I'm excited for rye. I like the play with different barrels. That's been cool to see what specific barrels do different. So I do like the sound of that. This does make me happy. It's just a weird thing because so far these do sound good. Like I'm pro all of these things existing. But again, it looks like another year where we don't get what we want if your team barley wine, your team wheat wine, your team regular coffee stout. All right, let's see. The annual proprietor's variant of Bourbon County is a Chicago-only release, while the other variants are available nationally. Goose Island brewer Colby Magerton, I apologize about the last name. I'm sure Colby's watching, like, how dare you, was inspired by the beehives on her aunt's Rhode Island homestead. This variant is finished with walnuts, pistachio, cassia bark, and honey, intended to evoke flavors of homemade baklava. I mean, okay. I love baklava. That is a dessert. Again, chocolate's my preferred dessert, like flavor. It's what I gravitate to the most. But I do love baklava. Um, yeah. I mean, I've already said my piece. Just to kind of quickly recap. Let's see if I can just make myself. Yeah, just to recap. Um, I do like the sound of this lineup. Period. Like it does sound good. Um, a lot of us had our problems with 2024. A dip in quality the last few years, but like really noticeable in 2024. And I know I know I'm not alone when I want the original hits. Like I love new. I get from a business point of view, trying new things, trying to you got to evolve or change, or try to keep the hype up, like whatever the proper terminology would be with the new exciting shiny thing. I get that, but like what I go back to is they don't all your variants don't have to be that. You could give us like the what what's the expression, like dance with who brought you kind of a thing. Like you can give us what we want from back in the day, that's delicious still, while still doing three other brand new ones or whatever. So I don't know. So yeah, I am excited. This lineup does sound good. Hopefully the beers are not as thin this year, and hopefully the flavors are on point. So they do sound good, period. But I'm still disappointed that it's like, of the three things that I'm like, bring back two essentially OGs, and one newer, like Mount Rushmore style, and none of them. All right, guys, those are my thoughts. Probably not super surprising. And again, this was posted 17 minutes ago at time of me filming this, but you guys have had about a day to process this, so I'm probably not breaking the news to you. But what are your thoughts? Comment section below. Let's get those conversations going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and on Tap. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. Please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, find that end recording button. Cheers, everybody.